Expat Lifestyle with Bads. Hope you enjoy this episode down under. I'm about 100 kilometres south of Melbourne on the Mornington Peninsula, and today we're visiting a few wineries. We're at the first one here. I'm just going to show you around Expat Lifestyle with Bads. Share, thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you enjoy this episode. Down under. About the wineries here down under. New South Wales, Hunter Valley, South Australia, Barossa Valley, WA, Western Australia, Margaret River, and of course here in Melbourne, about 100k out, we've got the Mornington Peninsula, but we also have the Yarra Valley. Now the wines down here, cold climate wines apparently. Just started, this is our first stop, going well. The kids might get a bit ugly later on. We'll just see how we go. Okay, so here's the crew. Here's the crew. We don't see each other often, but when we do, they make up for lost ground, don't they? So it's their first drink.
Yeah, we're going to get very loud and obnoxious.
No. Let's hope
I'm already feeling it. So our second winery is the Stonier Winery, specialising in Pinot and Chardonnay. Hear the parrots. It's beautiful, beautiful outlook. The Aussie gum trees. By the way, a winter day here in Melbourne today it's a cracker. It really is. It's a great day. Okay, so Stonier Winery. We've just come outside and.
Hi, my name's Jess. I'm on my 5th wine. 6, I think.
My name's Jeff.
Out of control. That's only the second winery. It's going to be a long afternoon, but an enjoyable afternoon. Expat Lifestyle with Bads. I'll see you at the next winery.
Prosecco. Grain fermented, fresh and zesty, and citrus aromas. Okay.
So we're at the Gallant, our third winery. Things are starting to heat up a little bit. So the Gallant Winery on the Mornington Peninsula, our third winery visit for the afternoon. Sort of specialise in Prosecco. So that's pretty big in Italy, by the way. Now, we did sample a nice local Prosecco, and one of my daughters bought herself a bottle for $24, so it's about €14. I'll put all the pricing in the video description below. While I'm talking about prices, so the hop on, hop off bus, a pickup from Melbourne Central Business District was $80 each. So
So again, I'll do the conversions and put this on the screen right now. Not bad, and the bus will pick you up and drop you off at the wineries you select, and probably 4 different wineries you could visit throughout the day. It's fantastic. It really is. We're having a great time, as you'd hopefully expect, down here on the Mornington Peninsula, which is about 100 kilometres south of Melbourne. Now, why are the wineries so good down here? Well, this peninsula has the Port Phillip Bay on one side, Western Port Bay on the other, so it's quite a good microclimate. So I guess being on a peninsula, you have water each side, and that keeps the temperatures fairly constant, which is ideal for growing grapes and therefore producing wine that is of a good quality. Okay, so I just thought I'd better drop in and give you an update on how the afternoon's going on our winery trip. We're at our 4th venue, and this one's called the Gum BBQ Brewery. Now, an American... Right, so here we are. Here we are, a little update on the winery trip. 2 daughters, they're getting a bit out of control, just quietly. Now, our 4th visit is at the Gum BBQ Brewery. Now, this has an American twist, the USA twist, because the owners, he's an Englishman, but he's married to an American girl. He won a barbecue competition here. They went to learn how to smoke barbecue and so on. So we're having briskets, we're having cornbread, something that's not typically Australian. So I'm really looking forward to tasting a bit of USA cuisine. So we've just finished the Red Hill barbecue. The family, we really enjoyed it. The briskets was our favourite. We're about to be picked up by the bus and we'll be transported back to the city of Melbourne. Now, we went to the football, Australian rules football, a couple of nights ago at the MCG, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. So I'd like you to have a look at this footage too. So there's about up to 100,000 people can fit into this stadium there. My team, Collingwood, were playing. Anyway, have a look at this. And welcome to the Melbourne Cricket Ground, the MCG, or more commonly referred to as the G. My team's playing tonight, okay? The Magpies versus Essendon, the Bombers. Now here I am at Sandringham, a bayside suburb of Melbourne with the central business district about 5-6 kilometres to the north there. Lovely spot, a little bit cold being winter. Now I've just been reflecting about our adventures here down under. The football, Australian rules football, unfortunately my team didn't get across the line. They're just struggling a little bit. They're close enough to be in finals contention, but we need to win over the next few weeks. The Melbourne Cricket Ground, also known as the G, is really part of a sporting precinct. Just next door to the MCG is where the Australian Tennis Open is held, one of the Grand Slam tournaments of the world, the US Open, Wimbledon and the French Open. So the Australian Open is held in that area too. So Melbourne's is known as a sporting capital. Melbourne's also great for its cafes and restaurants. There are cafes everywhere. Now, living in Florence, there's obviously lots of cafes there too, but I do know for a fact that some of the cafe owners have got a lot of their ideas from visits here to Melbourne. So you're spoilt for choices regarding that. Other things I'd recommend you do as a Melbourne boy, get in a car and go along the Great Ocean Road. It's about 70-80 kilometre drive, which is about a 60-mile trip. It's a beautiful drive along the Great Ocean Road there, down through Lorne and Apollo Bay. Or you go in a slightly different direction, get down to Phillip Island where the Penguin Parade is. Otherwise, Melbourne's great for walking and restaurants I mentioned.
the winery. It's quite funny. The family, we had a great time, and it's certainly something I recommend you do. As I said, Mornington Peninsula or the Yarra Valley, two great options and very, very close to Melbourne. We had a great time, and I must admit my daughters did say, boarding the bus to come back to Melbourne, they did say to the other two families, apologies in advance for what could happen. And look, we ended up having a bit of a sing-along. Have a listen to this. Okay, so you didn't hear my voice because I can't hold a tune, but I can tell you with confidence that with a few songs we had the whole bus singing along, minus myself, of course. That winery trip was great, and that's a certain recommendation for you, and that you saw the prices and what's involved there. Please send me a message if you want further information about that winery trip that we did do. Expat Lifestyle with Bads. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Tomorrow we're back off to Europe via Thailand, Phuket. So we've got a few days in the warmth there before hitting the real warmth back in Florence, because the temperatures are up around 37 degrees Celsius now in the 90s Fahrenheit. Anyway, have a great week, and I hope to see you all in a week's time with my next episode. Ciao, see you soon.